Doctor Strange vs. Sauron, who would win? Two legendary forces from completely different worlds, one a master of magic and time, the other a dark lord whose power can corrupt entire civilizations. Today, we're diving into one of the most insane matchups ever imagined. This is not just a battle of strength, this is a battle of intelligence, strategy, magic, and domination. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly who is truly more powerful. Origins and true nature. Doctor Strange and Sauron may both be masters of magic, but their origins couldn't be more different. Doctor Strange was once a brilliant yet arrogant neurosurgeon who lost everything in a tragic accident. But instead of giving up, he unlocked the secrets of the mystic arts and rose to become Earth's greatest magical defender. His power is learned, refined, and constantly evolving through discipline and knowledge. Every spell he casts is precise, controlled, and intentional. Sauron, on the other hand, was never human. He is a Maya, a divine, immortal spirit that existed long before kingdoms, before wars, before even humanity itself. Once aligned with order, he was corrupted by Morgoth and transformed into a being obsessed with domination and control. Here's the key difference. Doctor Strange earned his power through struggle. Sauron was born into power as a higher being. And that difference defines everything about how they fight, and how they win. Powers and abilities. Doctor Strange is one of the most versatile magic users in fiction. He can manipulate time, open portals across space, create mirror dimensions, trap enemies in infinite loops, and summon powerful mystical constructs for both offense and defense. His magic is not just powerful, it's adaptive. He doesn't follow the rules of the battlefield, he rewrites them. Sauron represents overwhelming and oppressive dominance. He commands vast armies, bends weaker minds to his will, and spreads fear like a weapon. His dark energy doesn't just destroy, it corrupts. It weakens resistance and dominates everything in its path. And through the One Ring, his power reaches an entirely different level. But here's the contrast. Doctor Strange's power is precise and tactical. Sauron's power is massive and overwhelming. One reshapes reality. The other conquers it. Intelligence and strategy. This battle isn't just about power, it's about how that power is used. Doctor Strange is a tactical genius in combat. He has defeated enemies far stronger than himself using intelligence alone. He analyzes patterns, predicts movements, and builds strategies in real time. He doesn't fight to overpower, he fights to outthink. Sauron, however, is a master of long-term manipulation. He deceived entire civilizations, forged the rings of power, and controlled events across centuries. His intelligence is patient, calculated, and deeply strategic. He doesn't fight battles, he engineers outcomes. But in a direct confrontation, one detail changes everything. Doctor Strange adapts instantly in the moment. Sauron dominates over time. And in a fast-paced battle, adaptability becomes the deciding factor. Weaknesses and limitations. Even the strongest beings have flaws, and this is where everything becomes critical. Sauron's greatest strength is also his greatest weakness, the One Ring. A large portion of his power is tied to it. If the ring is taken, destroyed, or even separated from him, his power drops significantly. Without it, he cannot fully manifest his true form. Doctor Strange, however, is not dependent on a single source of power. Yes, he uses artifacts like the Cloak of Levitation and other mystical tools, but his true strength comes from knowledge, skill, and adaptability. Even without his tools, he remains dangerous. But Strange is still human. He can be injured, overwhelmed, or caught off guard. If Sauron lands a decisive attack early, Strange could lose. So the balance is clear. Sauron has a critical external weakness. Doctor Strange has internal human limits. But there's another layer. Sauron's weakness is absolute. If the ring is neutralized, his power collapses. Doctor Strange's weakness is conditional, it only matters if he fails to adapt. And that difference is everything. Battle scenario and turning point. Imagine the battlefield collapsing under Sauron's presence. The air becomes heavy. Darkness spreads. The ground trembles as his power expands across everything. Sauron strikes first, not with speed, but with overwhelming force. Waves of dark energy surge forward, aiming to crush Doctor Strange instantly. Fear, domination, and destruction flood the battlefield. But Strange doesn't respond with brute force. He disappears. A portal opens, and suddenly, he's everywhere. From multiple angles, Strange attacks using illusions, mirror dimensions, and shifting realities. The battlefield becomes unstable, unpredictable. Every move Sauron makes is countered by something he cannot fully control. Then Strange begins analyzing. He studies the flow of Sauron's power, its structure, its source. And then he understands. The ring. That realization changes everything. Strange stops attacking Sauron directly. Instead, he targets the source. Using portals, time manipulation, and dimensional control, he isolates the ring, turning the fight from a power battle into a strategy battle. Sauron reacts with rage, increasing his attacks, trying to overwhelm Strange before the plan succeeds. But now, Strange is already ahead. He layers defenses, bends time, and slows the battlefield itself. Every second gives him more control. Sauron's power is immense, but focused. Strange's power is fluid, and evolving. And in that moment, the fight is decided. Because once Strange understands the system, he doesn't fight the enemy. He controls the outcome. Final result. Doctor Strange wins. Not because he is stronger in raw power, but because he is superior in versatility, intelligence, and combat adaptability. Sauron is a force of fear and domination, capable of controlling entire worlds over time. His presence alone can break armies, and his influence can corrupt even the strongest minds. But Doctor Strange is the protector of reality itself, a master of time, space, and strategy. And in a battle where weakness can be discovered and exploited, Doctor Strange doesn't just fight. He analyzes, adapts, and executes the perfect counter. He turns impossible situations into calculated victories. And that's why, in the end, Doctor Strange is truly more powerful. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.